Hey everyone, I'm SpeedCubeShop with Cameron, and I completely forgot to record this video on the first take. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Diansheng Solar S4M, verify I'm recording. Let's get right into it. Diving right into the overview of the Solar S4, I have to say this cube is the perfect tale of do not judge a book by its cover, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Looking at the specs, it weighs 122 grams, which for a cube of this quality I think is just right. It's the standard 60mm size, has a nice glossy finish with very bright stickerless shades, and it has this like Diansheng style honeycomb, which is meant to change the turning feel a little bit, but mostly help distribute the lubricant more evenly throughout the pieces. And it's $17.95 at SpeedCubeShop.com if you want to pick one up. The Solar S is actually available in two versions. We have the black internal plastic, like I have here in this video, and also the primary plastic, which leads me to my question of the day, which is what do you prefer, the black internals or the primary? I had sort of thought that based on your guys' buying patterns and what I see on forums that you guys tend to prefer the black internals, but recent sales data says the otherwise, so I'm not really too sure anymore what to think. So let me know in the comment section right down below. Are you a fan of the primary or the black? Would love to hear your thoughts. Diansheng makes the accessories really easy for this cube. You get a very simple cube stand, and then you get just a generic screwdriver, and that's it. So you can display your cube in style, and then you can adjust it in style. Performance is where this gets very interesting and leads me to my point of not judging this cube by the cover. I hated this cube out of the box. It was really dry, clacky, locky, and just overly sandy feeling. In fact, when CubeSolve Hero came to pick up his sample for his review, I actually told him, you're not gonna like this cube and don't waste your time reviewing it, but he decided to anyway, so go give him a thumbs up for that. After some very mild setup, and I do mean mild setup, this cube completely came to life and changed for the better. I'm averaging high 40s to low 50s, which for me is great considering I don't really practice 4x4 that often. And it's actually crazy because I get better times on this than other 4x4s in price range, like the MGC, namely, because that one is kind of the one to beat, and then also like the Qi MP. Despite this 4x4 being a little bit looser than what I would personally like, it's actually relatively stable, and I do attribute that partially to the nice, strong factory installed magnets. I'm so glad that Diansheng went this route because I think that anything lighter than what's in the puzzle currently would have really kind of made the catching and overturning a lot more prominent and maybe less fixable with minor setup. So now I'm gonna hand off the video to Jaden to hear his thoughts on the Solar S.
Hey everyone, I'm Jaden from the Custom Cubes team at SpeedCubeShop, and these are my thoughts on the Solar 4M. So I actually really like this cube, especially the corner cutting, which is surprisingly good for a cube of this price, and the setup definitely complements it a lot. So in my opinion, this is actually a really good cube for its price, especially being about $2 under the MGC. It's definitely what I would choose. I actually get lower times on this cube when it's set up than I do with the MGC when it's set up. The cube does have a blocky feel, and it kind of reminds me of about like a Volk 4-ish feel, which I did prefer more than the MGC. So it's kind of cool to have a very similar feel while also getting faster times. So I really thought I was gonna hate this cube, but I ended up really enjoying it, and it's definitely a cube that you should add to your collection. So if you want to get one, go ahead and head over to SpeedCubeShop.com and go pick one up for yourself.
So in closing, I am so glad that I decided to break my no setup for the video rule and give this guy a little bit of love because it very quickly became a favorite of mine. I've done dozens of averages on it and am getting pretty consistent times, which is really great to see for me. I love the turning feel of it. It is a little bit more blocky than what I'm used to, but honestly, it kind of suits this cube's nature in a weird way. And I'm just so glad that I gave it the chance and hope that you guys do too. If you want to pick one up, I will have a link in the description box down below to pick one up at SpeedCubeShop.com for $17.95. Thank you all so much for supporting SpeedCubeShop. If you liked the video, slap a like on it, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff for more content. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.